What's up, guys? It's Lolly Lord and Help Wanted 2. I'm recording this on the 15th. I hope to get it out on the 15th. Help Wanted 2 came out yesterday. I got my video out at midnight today. So, yeah, I saw everything in the game. This video is just going to be my overall thoughts in the game. I'm going to go over the bingo board. I'm going to go over the parts I liked and didn't like. There's a quick news segment. My experience with the game. Just a bunch of fun stuff. Anyways, let's just kickstart this with some quick news. Steelwool has confirmed that there will be a version for the game on MetaQuest, and it will come in spring of 2024. I don't know how to feel about this, because at least I know it's coming, and I know when to expect it. It's like half a year. But also, why does it take that long? It's still VR. I will 100% be playing it. I will most likely be doing a Let's Play on the channel if everything works out. If I get a better computer before that happens, I could just get it on Steam and play it like that. I don't know, but that's cool. So here's my plan for the game now. Yesterday, I saw I watched Dawko play the entire game. I was literally on this very chair, basically the half of the day, okay? From 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. I was watching Dawko, and that's crazy. It was a lot of fun. I kind of regret it, but mostly don't, to be honest. I want to get out a few theories. I actually already cooked up a little mini theory. That's pretty much going to be it. After the theories, I'm probably going to stop talking about it, like, just not stop until I can play it, and then I'll do a walkthrough, like that. But yeah, other than that, like, I think by January, probably like the end of January, I should be done with the game. So yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's get into my overall thoughts. In case it hasn't been stated yet, this has spoilers for literally everything in this game. I literally have a segment here called Endings Thoughts. I'll be talking about all the endings. So yeah, there's a warning. It's hard to judge the game because I didn't play it, so I don't have the experience, but I have the experience of watching it. I have kind of the atmosphere, I have what the game visually looks like, the lore, everything but the gameplay pretty much, and like the spook factor. So if I'm not including those, which are kind of important for a horror game, but like other than that, which I think the gameplay looks fun, and it looks pretty spooky in some segments, but other than that, it looks excellent in my opinion. I was combining to me and in my opinion. That's crazy. Help Wanted 2 was filled with loads of mini games. 50. I think over 50. There's the normal mode and there's the hard mode. I like how the hard mode isn't just a hard mode and it actually expands on the mini games. Some of them did that for Help Wanted 1, but most of them were just harder iterations. Now it's actually different, and I like that. So it's basically like 40 new minigames, and then some of them are just harder versions, but like 45 new minigames. Like, that's very cool. I think this game has a lot of content. Dawko was playing and uploading videos from 9 a.m. As an Eastern time, like 9 a.m., and then he got his Princess Quest video out at 7 p.m. or something like that, like 7:30. That is a very long time, and what is that? That's less than 12 hours, so like 10 hours. He had to play, find everything, and record and edit all of that in like 10 hours. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, that's a lot of content. I like the main hub. I don't know if I like it more than the Help Wanted 1 hub. I think that one's also very cool. They're both like pizzerias, except this one is FNAF 6, which is Insecurity Breach, but I'll get into that later. I watched Mystic Hippo on YouTube. I saw like a 1-minute video on how it worked. It looks really stupid, to be honest. It doesn't do anything actually cool. It's just like, whoa, we can do this. And it's like, alright, but like it's not fun, not gameplay, no horror. It's just a thing. There's like no point of even adding it. The models all looked amazing. The game just visually looks amazing, and I love that. There are a bunch of achievements. I don't know what they are and stuff because the achievements don't pop up in Dawko's video. I'll check those out later, but it looked very cool. Overall, this game looks amazing. Probably like an 8 tier, but I need to play it, so once I play it, it might go to S, it might go to B, I don't know. Now, instead of talking about everything I liked and everything I didn't like, I'm just going to go over the parts I didn't like, and if I didn't talk about it, then I like it. My two biggest gripes with this game is A, how it displayed the lore and story, and B, and probably the more significant one, or actually less significant, but still really significant, the private room. How do you mess up the private room that badly? It's like FNAF 2. Like, FNAF 2 is really hard, and then they made it like hell easy. No, heaven easy. They made it like baby easy in Help Wanted, at least from the looks. You could keep one hand on the music box and then do everything else, and it doesn't even include the wizards. It's like, what? How do you mess that up? And it's the same here with Private Room. You don't have to check the cameras. Ennard is super slow. There are these stupid sound effects whenever he pops up. It's really stupid. This looks really boring, to be honest.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god! Oh my god! You guys see the animation? We'll do a video in the future showing you all
the custom night ones with like Ballora and Biddy Bab and Footop Foxy. Those actually look alright or good, but like Private Room just looks garbage. I'm sorry. That's like the one minigame that it's like, how the frick does that happen? The way it displayed the lore, I'll talk about that when I get to the endings and secrets and stuff, because that is where all the lore is. There's no lore other than that. The Captain Foxy minigame is super long. The one in Curse of Dreadbear, it was decently long. It was like, what, maybe 7 minutes or so? This one, I swear to God, it's like 15 minutes. It's super long. That's all I can really say. I would give thoughts on gameplay, but I can't, so, Alright, now we get to the interesting parts, the endings. Starting off with the main ending, quick recap, basically. Throughout the game, you collect these, like, action figures, like Power Ranger type FNAF figures.
What the heck?
Lego Freddy! Once you collect all 6, you get this 7th one. I think it's a glitch trap one, but I don't know. Once you grab that, you see a charge pod from Security Breach. You see a human hand, like, grab it. And then a bunch of staff bots, like 5 or 6 of them, gang up on you. And then you see, like, the boot up screen from the beginning of Security Breach. And then you see yourself giving Cassie from Ruin the Vanny mask. And then the credits roll.
Wait! I did it, guys! Oh my god, so...
Yeah, the endings in this game are really weird. I have a theory, like I said, about those, and I want to get that out at some point in the future, sometime soon. But I think is that it's just alright. It's a pretty unsatisfying ending. Like, the endings for Ruin were like, wow, what did I just see? That's crazy. Security Breach was like, oh my god, there's so many more endings in this game. Help Wanted 2 was like, what? Obviously, it's still shocking, and I still like them to a degree, but like, I don't know. Right now, we currently have 2 endings. That is like the least in any game so far, and it probably has the weakest main ending. The second ending is absolutely insane, and I'll get to that in a second, but like, the main ending is just pretty alright. Alright, the secret ending, the Princess Quest ending, second ending, whatever you want to call it. It's insane, and I love it. Basically, throughout the minigames, there are these secret plushies. It's completely gray, and then there's like a little mask of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Corn, Freddy, and the puppet. And you have to find those, and then once you find all of them, if you go to Mr. Kippo, she has a secret, like, purple coin with 25 cents on it. You can insert that into the Princess Quest machine, which, by the way, you need to grab the Faz wrench from one of the minigames, and then do the conduit puzzle in order to do that. And in order to do the hard mode, you need to take off your mask. And that's all very cool. Okay, you go up to the Princess Quest machine, you put in the coin, and then you are transported into a completely empty room except for that one arcade machine. And you actually play an arcade machine, which I freaking called, by the way, and I am so happy that I have such a big brain. You play the game. I don't think there's anything to the game itself. It's really what happens after the minigame that's just absolutely insane. At the end of the minigame, you go into a room that displays a blue guy playing a game. If you look around you, you see the princess in real life in like your actual VR headset, not in the game. And if you walk around or you hit or I think teleport as well, you actually see that going on, and it's really weird. Basically, you go up to yourself, you slash yourself, and then you grab the sword, you are sucked into the game, and you play Princess Quest, but like in VR, and it's really cool. At the end, you do this little trade with the red dude, which I think is Old Man Consequences. You give him the Vanny mask, and he gives you the Spring Bonnie plushie, the Glitch Trap plushie from Help Wanted. You go through this location elevator, which is literally there for 5 seconds. I have no idea what to think of that. But you go into this claw machine. Then Moon comes in, which is like a claw, or the crane. You give him the plushie. He gives it to Vanny. Vanny summoned Glitch Trap because of that, and then squishes him like 5 seconds after he came to life, and then she just disappears, and then the credits roll. This is so freaking weird. This is so freaking weird. This is so freaking. This one's really complicated, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But I like this ending because it's just very cool, and it probably took a long time to code all that in. I really like the fact that they made an actual arcade machine that you actually play using the joystick and the buttons. It's so cool. Now I have to talk about a couple other Easter eggs and secrets. So the first thing is obviously the mask thing. In order to unlock hard mode, which I think that this is kind of like weird, but you have to put your hand up here, trigger, and then pull it off, and you will see the Vanny mask, and then everything's all ruined and run down, and it looks like the FNAF 6 area, specifically in Security Breach. It's like an exact replica if you look at it. And that's how you unlock all the other minigames. I think that that's more of like a thing that should be unlocked for a secret or secret ending than to just unlock the second half of the game. Like, a lot of people probably wouldn't understand that. Like, even Dako didn't understand how to get hard mode until like the next part, which is pretty goofy. I do love the concept, and I was really surprised when I saw it. It was like, what? That's crazy. But the really interesting thing, obviously, is if you go into the corner of the main hub, you see freaking Candy Cadet. Candy Cadet tells a story. I forgot exactly how it went, but it was like this young girl was lured by a witch into a forest. She almost died, but she escaped. Since then, she's had trauma, and later she tried to kill that witch. I'm gonna try to get out a little mini theory about that at some point later in the future. But I don't know, it's a pretty interesting story. My total ending thoughts on the lore is it is very confusing. Security Breach's endings weren't that bad because a majority of them weren't even true. Like, car ending, goofy. Bad ending, obviously not. Vanny ending, possibility, but most likely not. It was really like the Bird Trap ending, the Princess Quest ending, and the Fire ending that were really weird. But the only big problem was the Fire ending, because you see Vanessa on the building. It's really weird. Afton was kind of straightforward, but kind of goofy with the blob. You get it. I love Ruin's lore because it's so simple, and the only thing it introduced as a concept was the Mimic. And I think that they should have brought the Mimic into the game, which, spoiler alert, it's not. It's very convoluted. It's very confusing. I think the main ending is not very rewarding, but the Princess Quest ending is absolutely amazing. And that's all I really have to say about the lore. My 5-hour experience of watching Dako's Games YT, it was wild. I remember I was at school, and I was in, it was the morning, it was 9 a.m., and I went on YouTube on my Chromebook, and I searched up, like, FNAF Help Wanted 2, and I was like, wow, people are already playing it, that's crazy. And I got spoiled about Glitch Trap. I remember I was with my friends like, yo, Help Wanted 2 came out, I cannot wait to go home and watch it. I got home, I got my computer, and I sat. I might make a highlights video because I did put some commentary around it, even though it's private. So I'm probably gonna do that, but I don't know if I will. Like, I'm not totally sure yet. But if I do, then that'll be cool, and it also will take forever. It's an experience I can only live once. I saw the sun rise up, and I saw it go down. When I was coming home, it was up, and I slowly saw the room getting darker, and the sun disappearing. Like, that's what's happening right now, actually. The sun is setting. By the time it was like 6, 7, and 8, it was already dark. So it was like, wow, I've just been here watching Help Wanted 2. Something I can only live once. Like, I don't think I could do that again, to be honest. And I don't think I want to be honest. I don't know if they're gonna make another, like, Help Wanted 3 or just another VR game. I hope the next game isn't in VR and that it's just a normal game. I don't know if it's gonna be 2D or 3D. Help Wanted 2 was a monumentous day because I've never gone through a FNAF game in one day. Now, I know that I didn't play it, but I did put a lot of time into it. So, yeah, you can do whatever you want with that. Even then, like, I didn't get to edit for a long time. I had to wait till like 11, and I was editing until like 11:40. And even then, the video went up at like 12:20. So, that's pretty crazy. Now we get to a very exciting moment. The bingo board! And here it is, the complete bingo board. I can't see this one, but it says IRL Roxy. I'm gonna go through all of these and talk about where they are, because some of these are a little, like, extended. Starting off with Arcade Machine, obviously Princess Quest. There's Ballora Gallery, obviously Ballora Gallery. We got the free space. There were coins in the game. There was a gallery. And there was Glitch Trap. Now let's go over the weird ones like IRL Roxy. I originally didn't do it. I did put it up until today, but apparently, I did think about it, but in hard mode, when you're doing the Roxy makeup thing, you are not wearing the Vanny mask, and it is IRL, so I think. So I'm putting IRL Roxy there. Even if I don't count that, it doesn't really change anything because I didn't get a bingo anyways. Next up is FNAF 6 Nights. The only FNAF 6 related content we really got was with Helpy, with like the patient, and we have to do all that medical stuff. I counted as FNAF 6 Nights because it's not exactly like Office gameplay, but it has all the elements from it. You have tasks to do, which is Helpy. You have the ads that you'll have to skip. You have to try to make as little noise as possible. There is no timer, and there are animatronics that can come from 2 vents. So I was like, wait, that's just FNAF 6. So I decided to count it. This one caught me by surprise so hard. Daka was playing the hard mode version of Fazzle Blast. I don't know if it was the normal or the hard mode. It was something like that. The FNAF 1 gang came up. And I was like, what? There's no freaking way it's the FNAF 1 gang. Like, I literally put that in as a joke. It was like, okay, yeah, it's not gonna be in there. But, like, I was running out of ideas. And it freaking happened. So, that's funny. It's the FNAF 1 gang! No freaking way! And that's about all I could say. It was a little spooky. There was no Mexis. There wasn't any traveling circus thing. There's no UCN. I didn't want to count Afton because I think Glitchtrap is the mimic. I don't think there's Vanessa or Cassie's dad. We play as one of the two. That's the debate right now, whether we play as Vanessa or Cassie's dad. I think I would go into that at some point in the future. It didn't end in a fire. There isn't a good ending. There's no Electrobab, there's no Henry, no Circus Baby, no Prize Corner, all that stuff. I didn't want to include the Mimic because it's like if I include the Mimic and I include Glitchtrap, that's just free 2 points. I only want, like, Glitchtrap is literally Glitchtrap and then the Mimic is literally the Mimic. So, yeah. Also, Vanessa, Vanny, I'm not doing that. So here's the complete bingo board. Compared to the FNAF movie, this is nothing. Like, if I were to go back to the FNAF movie, it had so much covered. I literally got a bingo. I think it's safe to say that a lot of my predictions were wrong. They weren't very good anyways, like Fire and Electrobab, those are kind of wasted. That's all I got for this. The Help Wanted 2 was very enjoyable. I had a lot of fun watching it, and I hope to play it sometime in the future. Just in case you forgot, spring is in between March and June. That is a pretty lengthy amount of time. But that's all I'm gonna say. With that, go watch my endings reaction video, because you should. And if you're here for Help Wanted 2, then you should probably go see my best Help Wanted 2 footage I can get. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. With that, thank you all so much for watching. Dislike the video as much as humanly possible, and I will see you in the next one. Toodaloo.